Most people buy pickup trucks emotionally, and that's why they lose money. They walk into a dealership thinking they need the biggest badge, the newest model, or the loudest engine, and 3 years later, they're stuck with a truck that costs more to maintain than it's worth. But here's the quiet truth. The smartest truck buyers aren't chasing new. They're exploiting depreciation, overlooked reliability, and market bias. In this video, I'm breaking down 4 cheap pickup trucks the market ignores, but owners quietly swear by. These are trucks that still work hard, still look respectable, and cost a fraction of what everyone else is overpaying for. Watch till the end, because the final truck is the one most people laugh at, right before they realize it's the smartest buy on this list. The first truck on this list is a legend hiding in plain sight, the early 2000s Toyota Tundra, 2000 to 2006. At first glance, it doesn't look flashy, it doesn't try to intimidate other drivers, and it doesn't scream luxury or status. And that's exactly why the market keeps overlooking it. This Tundra was built during Toyota's most conservative engineering era, before turbocharging became common, before touchscreens replaced buttons, and before complex electronics turned trucks into rolling software projects. Under the hood, the 4.7-liter V8 is the real reason this truck exists on this list. A naturally aspirated engine famous for crossing 300,000 miles with basic oil changes, timing belt services, and fluid maintenance. Owners don't argue about if something major will fail. They argue about how long they can delay replacing wear items. Psychologically, many buyers dismiss this truck because it doesn't fit the big American V8 truck image or the modern tech-heavy interior expectation. And that bias keeps prices artificially low. For the price of a used compact sedan, you're getting a true full-size pickup truck with legitimate towing capability, a proven drivetrain, a frame that can take abuse, and reliability that quietly outlives trends, ownership cycles, and even some owners. This is the truck for people who understand long-term value over short-term flex. And that's why it's one of the smartest, lowest-stress truck buys you can make today. The second truck on this list, measured confidence, is where perception finally works in your favor. The 2004 to 2008 Ford F-150 equipped with the 4.6-liter V8. Everyone knows the F-150 name, but what most buyers miss is that not all F-150s are created equal. This specific generation and engine combo exists in a sweet spot before turbocharging, before cylinder deactivation, and before modern complexity started driving ownership costs through the roof. The 4.6-liter V8 is simple, naturally aspirated, and mechanically conservative, which is exactly why it has earned a reputation for long service life and low repair costs. There are no complicated turbos to fail, no experimental tech, and no parts scarcity. In fact, replacement parts are everywhere, cheap and familiar to nearly every independent mechanic. What really keeps prices low is fear. Buyers hear horror stories about other Ford engines or transmissions and assume every F-150 is a gamble. That misunderstanding creates opportunity. This truck delivers everyday comfort, a familiar interior layout, real towing and hauling capability, and predictable ownership costs that don't spiral over time. If you want a pickup that feels strong, familiar, and dependable without punishing your wallet every time something needs attention, this generation of F-150 quietly dominates the value category. The third truck on this list is the one mechanics trust. And that alone should make you slow down and reconsider everything you think you know about old trucks. The 1999 to 2006 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, especially when it's equipped with the 5.3-liter V8. This generation was engineered before trucks turned into rolling technology experiments, back when General Motors prioritized durability, serviceability, and real-world use over touchscreen features and marketing numbers. The platform itself is traditional, body-on-frame, and designed to take repeated stress without structural fatigue, something modern buyers often overlook. The 5.3-liter V8 from this era is naturally aspirated, under-stressed, and torque-focused, meaning it doesn't need to operate near its limits to tow, haul, or handle daily work duties. That low-stress operating range is the core reason these engines regularly reach 250,000 to 300,000 miles with routine maintenance, not heroic upkeep. There are no turbochargers waiting to fail, no fragile high-pressure fuel systems, and no software-heavy diagnostics that force you into dealership-only repairs. Most independent mechanics can diagnose and fix these trucks quickly and cheaply. Prices remain low, not because the Silverado is weak or outdated mechanically, but because the interiors feel dated, dashboards are basic, and the exterior design doesn't impress image-driven buyers chasing the latest body style. That cosmetic penalty creates a gap between perception and reality, and that gap is where smart money lives. For the price of a used compact crossover, you're getting a full-size truck with real towing numbers, a proven drivetrain, and a suspension layout that can be repaired or upgraded without specialty parts. The aftermarket support for this generation is massive, built over decades. Replacement parts are cheap, performance upgrades are endless, and long-term ownership costs remain predictable, even as mileage climbs. Psychologically, this truck builds confidence because you still see them everywhere, on job sites, in rural driveways, hauling trailers, carrying equipment, and starting every morning without drama. That visibility matters more than reviews or online opinions. It's reliability you can observe with your own eyes. This isn't nostalgia, and it isn't blind brand loyalty. It's evidence of a workhorse engineered for real life, real abuse, and long ownership cycles. And the used market still hasn't fully priced in just how rare that level of durability actually is. The fourth truck on this list is the underdog most buyers underestimate. And for everyday ownership, it's quietly the smartest decision on this entire list. The 2005 to 2012 Nissan Frontier. It doesn't have brand hype, it doesn't dominate the road with size, and it doesn't project the status image people associate with full-size pickups, and that's exactly why it stays ignored. Nissan built this generation during a period when mid-size trucks were still engineered as real tools, not lifestyle accessories. Under the hood, the 4.0-liter V6 is the core reason this truck deserves attention. It's naturally aspirated, mechanically simple, and proven to run hundreds of thousands of miles with basic maintenance. There's no turbo stress, no experimental systems, and no fragile complexity waiting to turn a small issue into a major bill. What most people forget is how trucks are actually used in the real world. The majority of owners aren't towing heavy trailers every weekend or maxing out payload ratings. They're commuting during the week, hauling tools or materials occasionally, carrying bikes, furniture, or camping gear, and doing light work when needed. For those needs, the Frontier delivers exactly what matters: usable torque, a durable chassis, and predictable behavior, without the fuel costs, oversized footprint, and inflated pricing of full-size trucks. Psychologically, people dismiss the Frontier because it's not exciting, because it doesn't feel aggressive or oversized. But excitement fades quickly after purchase. Ownership costs don't. This truck rewards buyers who think long-term, who value function over ego, and who want a pickup that works quietly in the background instead of demanding attention. Here's the pattern you probably noticed. The best cheap trucks aren't the ones everyone wants. They're the ones everyone misunderstands. When you buy what the crowd ignores, you win twice, once on price and again on reliability. If this video saved you from overpaying for a truck that only looks good on paper, then you already made a smarter decision today. Like the video so more people stop buying trucks that drain their wallets, subscribe for honest car insights, and comment which truck you'd trust with your money. The smartest buyers don't chase hype. They let everyone else do that while they drive home a gem.